Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 1 of what's going to be a new Let's Try. This is for a game that I thought the official release came out, but it's still in early access as of this video. And I waited for this game to come out for quite a while. It was on my wish list. It's about taking a caravan throughout like magical deserts. It has very strong Vagris, the Riven Realms vibes, a game I played here on the channel and really enjoyed. So we're going to be checking this out pretty blindly. I've only played about 15 minutes, it says. That was just kind of tinkering around in menus and such. So we're going to actually try the game. We're going to learn it, this early access version. So this is going to be a first look / let's try, and it's not going to be very many episodes because I don't want to kind of spoil the, the package deal for when it actually releases, because that's when I really want to play it, when all the content and stuff is in. That's when I'll really, probably do a let's try here for the channel and, take it to some depth. But we're going to play a little bit here. So let's get into it. This is episode 1 of first look / let's try. Sandwalkers. Let's get it in. So I'm very excited to play this by Goblin Studio. CNC, let's see if the video plays again. Does.
From the sun they gave shade. From the wind they gave shelter. They filtered the water, kept the soil from washing away. They gave us life, but between 2 trees. Now the trees are so far from each other. I am Vavzez, teller of the 13th Caravan of the Macaw, the only one still living. As it was for the 12 before us, our mission was to plant a new tree, to serve as a city for climatic refugees. We joined the many who failed in their task. May our experience serve you well, for it is now you, the 14th Caravan, who are tasked with continuing the work of the Macaw. Escort your botanists to the ends of the world. Create a new haven that the caravan that follows you may go even further, and continue our quest for knowledge that will one day allow the 15th, the 16th, the 100th to repair the ancient folly that made this world hostile to life.
So right away, you're greeted by a very magical setting and premise and lore. Very awesome stuff. I was hooked right away in my 15 minutes. Check out the settings. I reset my save. Audio looks good. Video, that's the highest it goes. 240, I set that. Okay. Key binding, we'll get into as we play. So let's go, son. New caravan. Warning, your caravanners, your inventory, and your services will be lost. Your quest progression and your memories will be preserved. Wait a minute. It says continue. Thought I reset my save. Oh, I hit the wrong button to reset it. I hit the other one. Okay. Here we go. Let's go.
As one Macaw proverb says, for newborns the sun has always existed. They do not know it only just appeared. For us, the expanse of chaotic weather known as the Fithy has always existed. Yet it is only 3 centuries old. That is enough, however, to forget the pleasant weather of antiphythic legends. The shade of Umama, mother of all trees. To recover this mythical past, the Macaw tribe sent caravans into the Fithy on a one-way trip east. It was their foolhardy hope that the lost Umama be found, as only Umama could restrain the Fithy.
Here we go. Simply imagine wisdom gone with the wind, time erasing the scenery, all the knowledge lost and erased. I speak of us, our bodies, our minds, our world. Are we merely supported by giants of old? No, for we are the ones carrying them forward. Oh, how frail they are, as fragile as crystals, as delicate as a butterfly's wings, as ephemeral as a footprint in a sand dune. Listen to the story of Tallulah, botanist of the 7th Caravan. Take on this knowledge, add to it, refine it, then pass it on once again and let it make its way down the gentle slope of existence. All right. Soon after the start of their journey, a storm had taken the 7th Caravan by surprise. Separated from her peers, Tallulah sought refuge, but only ended up buried in sand. When the storm passed, she re-emerged, having consumed what little resources she had. So if we look at Tallulah here, botanist of the 7th Caravan, one of our ancestors, it's like a flashback. We can see we've got some stuff on the screen, but we'll get there. Alright, supplies are at the heart of survival for caravanners. Tallulah's are depleted, she is in danger, so she's starving. Each move has an associated supply cost. When caravanners run out of supplies, their health gets consumed instead, which may lead to tragedy. The red bar there. This is the current quest goal. The compass points to it in a straight line, but it may lack precision or be totally absent depending on the information at your disposal. We have to survive. Tallulah's tale. Tallulah's. Maybe not Tallulah. Tallulah's. How the 7th Caravan's botanist survived the 50. Rewards are hope. So there's where we have to reach. And now it's our turn to move. So let's move here. Now we can see our destination. We lost some HP. Nopal. Some cacti are edible. This is basic Uwandian knowledge crucial to the survivor of the Macaw caravans. The Macaw are a cosmopolitan tribe of tree-dwelling folk responsible for the caravans. This was our tribe. These did not taste of much, but caravanners knew not to expect much, as Tallulah even more so. So there's nothing else on the ground or anything, so let's just head right over there. And it's going to cost us 12% HP. But we'll pick up the Opuntia plus 15, see what that is. Alright, hold right click, we got supplies. To move the camera while keeping the caravan still, use this to scout for objectives and plan your route. Your current goal is in the southeast. So way down there. And we're looking for other survivors. Let's grab this Opuntia, plus 15 supplies. Okay, here we have large Opuntia, plus 16. We'll keep bouncing from plant to plant. And here we have a lookout. It's going to cost us 8 to get there. See, our supplies are going down. That was pretty sweet. Alright, let's jump in here. Get more Opuntia. Sea of Sand. After crawling alone for ages, Tallulah finally reached the Sea of Sand where she had been separated from her caravan. Tellers she recalled from her childhood would talk of antiphytic legends regarding the seas of sand, which had once supposedly been covered in water. The grains of sand would have merely been the dust of seashells laying at the bottom. Antiphytic legends, the chaotic weather that came after the mother tree disappeared. It took many forms and created as many dangers. So kind of like, it's very interesting. Alright, the movement cost of the caravan depends on terrain type. It might sometimes be more efficient to go around. So the dune is -10, desert's just -2. An abrupt elevation change will also impact movement cost. So the first thing I'm going to do is just head to this Opuntia, get resupplied. See whatever this is for 6 supplies. Chitinous shards and 12 supplies. Now let's go hit this Opuntia Minus 10, plus 15. Cool. And to get here, it'll be 12. And there we go, the 7th caravan. Talala wasn't surprised, but could not refrain from feeling some measure of disappointment. Hoping for the impossible was, after all, what fueled the caravans. So we can search and get +2 herbal cures. The desert was no place for prudishness. Talala gathered what remained of the cargo, that is to say, not much at all, and just leave. As Talala prayed, she thought she heard the sand whine. One would sometimes hear the dunes cry, but this thought was quickly wiped away as something emerged from the sand. The protector had survived. Rewards increases hope. The caravan is held together by its faith in its mission. This makes hope a crucial resource. If it falls to 0, the caravan disbands and abandons its quest. So we're enthusiastic. Many different situations can give or take hope. In addition, various levels of hope can trigger buffs, debuffs, and special events. Bunch of dunes down this way, and we don't have much supplies. So let's just hit this. It's a well, giving us some supplies. I'd like to see what's over there. Now we have elevations. I wonder if I can... No, we'll just have to go to it's a dry Opuntia. Needed macerate or macerate. Each caravaner has a spell they can cast during exploration. Once they've been used, you can only regain them by resting in town, so use them wisely. So let's see, we've got active ability Lifespring, fertilize arid fields and plants, range of 5 tiles, and active ability Shields Up, increases all caravans members' shield by 1, duration 1 combat. And there's the herbal cure, can be used on a character to restore 50% health. Oh man, there's all dunes over there, so there's no getting through that really, I don't think. But if we cast Macerate on these dry Opuntas or whatever, it refreshes them. So let's grab this one. I'm so tempted though. Minus 10, and then it's going to cost a bunch to get back here. I wonder if I can save. Quick save? Okay, it saved. Because there's like dunes right here. There's nothing, we can't cross it. There's too many dunes. Alright, dried out cactus field. Dense cactus field, dense cactus field. Let's just grab more of these and head to our objective up there. Looks like some kind of bug. And we have combat. Sun has no effect. Hope plus 30% shield, increase in very positive events, all reputations plus 3. And we can change the botanist and the protector, change their positions. I'll put him up there. Details, right click. Attacks, charge, inquisitive stare. We can check their stats. We'll get into this more in the future. They can wear an accessory. His ability are shields up. No traits, no resistances. He's an Oriflamme protector. Level 1, speed up 2, health 49, 23 shield. And then Talala is a rampant botanist, level 1, speed plus 5, but our health is down to 24. And she's got Pyracanthovine and Lethargic Venom. We'll check those out. So let's now get out of there and start the fight. Oh, we're up against a red Gigant, level 1. You just entered combat. This happens when you encounter hostile creatures and people. In combat phases, you are trying to defeat your opponents while minimizing the damage sustained by your caravan members. Each character in battle has a speed stat that determines its position in the turn order. When all characters have played, a new turn begins. Characters have a life and shield value. Shield regenerates at the end of the fight, but health does not. A character dies if their health goes down to 0. Alright, let's go, son. We can right-click them. This does 9 damage. And Thorns reflects 50% of damage taken back to the assailant. This does 18 damage. And it's some kind of blue square damage or something. Diamond. Poisons them for 2 turns. They suffer 3 damage at the end of the turn. Increases for each stack point and ignores shield. Since that does 18 or whatnot, it's got 25% resistance. Just hit it with it. Alright, I guess it doesn't do 18. I don't know what those numbers exactly mean. You can charge, which says 12, 200% strength, physical damage, behind this target. Oh, it would attack an enemy behind the target as well. Or Inquisitive Stare. Easy target, damage taken from the next attack is increased by 50%. Let's just charge. And I guess it's going to do an acid spray. Let's charge it. It's unwavering, immune to stun, and it's poisoned. And now we can do another lethargic venom. It's an elephant person. Boom. Alright, we gain 10 something or other. Weight is 9 out of 60. Cool. Among the desert predators, Gigant scouts were ones a protector could defeat. This confrontation carried high stakes, however. If they managed to return to their colony, they would bring back a veritable flood of voracious insects just a few days later. Sometimes one must strike preemptively. No caravan is truly equipped to confront the Fithy when it sets out. Each caravaner builds up experience, which is then shared and redistributed within the group. Oneromancy is quite convenient for this. Click on a caravaner to spend experience. Click on the Oriflamme Protector, whose name is Baba. Leveling up a caravaner improves their attributes and potentially their attacks and exploration skills. They may even gain new ones. Spend your caravan experience on this caravaner to level them up. So here's Baba. Now we can check the stats. We've got health points, determines a character's max health. And number 6 there. We've got 3 agility, determines how skilled a character will be at performing quick and precise attacks. 3 shield, determines the value of a character's shield. 6 intelligence, determines how skilled a character will be at performing attacks requiring advanced knowledge or particular thought. 3 will, determines how skilled a character will be at performing attacks requiring concentration and determination. And 6 strength, determines how skilled a character will be at performing heavy and powerful attacks. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so if we level up, it'll show what it'll raise, our level, our speed, Baba's health, Baba's shield, and will, strength, intelligence, and agility. So let's level up Baba. Bong bong. You can now choose a new skill for them. Raise shield. Protected 2. The next incoming attack is diverted to the protecting ally. Plus 62 for the caster. Defense, I guess. Or shield bash. It slows the enemy. Speed reduced by 2. We'll get shield bash. Pretty cool. Alright, and that uses all the XP. And the chitinous shards, once recut, could be used to make tools, small weapons, or scales to reinforce the outfits of travelers and fighters. Can be traded for more useful items in shop, and it's common. And our herbal cure. And I guess, I don't know what these do, but we'll get into those eventually. Most likely. And let's keep moving. Keep it moving, son. There's a small herd with damaged fur. Come up here. And grab the goods here. So we picked up a damaged fur. There's a giant tree here. Laquasi. Let's go to it. The Makah generally say the 7th caravan was swallowed whole and would forever sleep underneath the Uwandian sands. And the Uwandian is our country, the expanse from Laquasi, the caravan's point of departure, to Umama, their goal. Once a rich and healthy soil, it had now become nothing but dangerous deserts. We tellers, however, always favor more open-ended interpretations. Had Talala entrusted her secrets to our ancestors, or was this a mere fantasy of tellers in search of the improbable, transmitted and transformed through the generations? It falls on you now to bear the weight of this question, and many more still. Why had the Fithy appeared? What happened to Umama, who once covered Uwando in her cool shade? How may we erase the one while recovering the other? The Fithy is the chaotic weather that came after the mother tree disappeared. It took many forms and created as many dangers. Umama is the mother tree, a giant tree that once grew from the east over the entire country, generating stable weather and a fertile earth. It falls on you to light the path for future generations. Good luck, Makah. Hold on to hope, for nothing will stop the caravans from moving forward, not even death.
In truth, caravanners could not reach Umama. No one could. These trips were simply meant to expand their knowledge of the world, the Fithy, and other tribes. Then, to use homing scarabs to send all these memories back to the Crystal Library. However, as time passed, hope was waning, like nature in the desert. This sacrifice was proving too much. The Makah needed a sign such as this. We call it a fragment, an ancient artifact belonging to an ancient tribe, destroyed by the Fithy, who would carve their history in stone. If the caravans could find more, we might learn what circumstances created the Fithy, and thus, how to beat it.
Cool. Fragments. So we can get a bunch of fragments. Apart from finding Umama herself, finding fragments are the greatest discoveries you can make. They will help you understand the origins of the Fithy and how to permanently defeat it. Butterfly Orison. Do you recall that butterfly attracted to our fire's ardent flame? Oh well, said he. Better to shine for a second than to live in the shadows. Could that butterfly even imagine? Could it even imagine that in burning it would carry away the entire forest? This fragment challenged our scholars. It was a lament in memory of a forest, without mentioning whether it was a mushroom forest, a cactus forest, or something else entirely. A controversial and improbable hypothesis, nonetheless corroborated by other elements, suggests that it may have been a forest of trees. It may have been that, in antiphytic times, Uwando was covered in city trees. Could be. And away we go. You are now in the city tree of Laquasi. This is where your journey begins. Locations such as cities are the perfect place to find quests. The most important quest can span several generations. Click here to obtain a quest. Foundation myth. Uwando was once covered by the branches of Umama, the mother tree. The climate that would eventually become the Fithy was appeased by her presence. It only became a realm of chaos haunted by violent winds and storms after what the legend described as Umama's death. We found ourselves in the sunset of Uwando, which meant Umama was towards the east. Together, we were the Macaw Caravan. The search for any trace of Umama was enough to justify our journey. It was hard to imagine a world without the 50's relentless assault, but still that hope would feed our will to live. Helping others bolsters your reputation and can lead to great discoveries. You may leave Lakwasi if you're done. Macaw were respected. Birdsong echoed against the mossy leaf-covered walls, the shifting shadows of which had protected us from the 50 since time immemorial. Only caravanners and the insane would dare leave the bark of Lakwasi, the only city tree to have survived antiphytic times, the Macaw capital city and point of departure for caravans. I want to see what's up. We can leave. There's a service board, a crystal library. We're serene. We get neutral events. Hope, neutral events. There's an Oniromancer. What are these guys? I don't know if these are party members now or what. We have 15 memory points. Gathering memories grants you memory points with which you will be able to unlock new buffs in the crystal library before starting a new journey. 1 fragment, the sun, and supplies. Supplies are crucial to the caravan's survival. If supplies run out, your caravan's health goes down. Each move comes with a cost dictated by the terrain type and height. Let's check out the crystal library. This is the crystal library. Here you may trade the memory points you sent back for knowledge to improve your caravans. Some knowledge requires you to obtain a given number of fragments to unlock. Oh, very cool. So survival, health gain 10. It costs 10 memory points. Max supplies. Sway free saddle tree, max weight goes up. And if we click them, it tells them about them over here. Plus 5 max weight. An improvement on how to better distribute weight onto the beast of burden to make it feel lighter, more comfortable, and happier. And we can get that if we wanted. There's dream exegesis, experience gain. Dreams were natural works of fiction full of teachings. Nothing was more revealing, however, than nightmares. They showed a side of the world where metamorphic crimes had become customary. Start with 20 experience points. We can't get that one yet. Combat, oilstone, damage dealt. An improvement on blade sharpening techniques to produce weapons that can cut through people like butter one after another without getting blunt. Merciful for the victim, really. A comfortable death, plus 15% damage dealt. Meditation, shield gain. It was not necessary to reach enlightenment to join a caravan, but one had to be able to sort out their thoughts and emotions to act their best in the face of danger. 10% shield for all your units, that's pretty cool. And then we have survival, a caste diet, health gain. Caravan candidates were fed in a way that was meant to develop their bodies optimally. Different castes would follow different diets put together by the best chefs in Lakwasi. 15% health points. Smoking, drying, and salting, max supplies. Supplies found on the road could not last long. With such techniques developed for travel, caravans could now carry more food, plus 10 max supplies. So really some very interesting ones that are definitely worth getting, but let's get out of here for now. Let's check out the service board. There is nothing. And we can leave, but let's check out these peeps. Vrej. Here you can manage the stuff you carry, take into consideration the weight of items, their worth and utility. You can also review the health of caravan members and equip them. So we've got Vrej, who's like a snail person, a bighorn, an Oniromancer. Illusion Feast brings movement cost down to 0. Porter plus 30% max supplies. 6 strength, 9 will. Good at performing attacks requiring concentration and determination. Good intelligence. Does shell. Physical resist. I guess we don't have to choose. They just all come with us. So we'll learn this out in the field once we take them out. But Death Pulse. What's support anyway? Nothing. Reputation. Oh, there's a bunch of different factions. Cool. The Nebulous. The Conic, the Terracers, The Azor and the Macaw. Interesting. Let me see how long we've been playing. 30 minutes. We'll go through the factions. Our sister tribe, the densest population in Uwando, was mostly made up of Flaans, devoted to the hopelessness of land farming. A sedentary and pacific people, they answered to a queen backed by a fearless military elite. They trusted the Macaw, their trading partners since Antiphytic times. They're the Terracers, indifferent. The Conic are a people of eternal wandering, with hospitality as their most precious law. They would migrate from one well to the next without ever straying far from the Star Trail, leaving adventure to others. They lived off trade and crafts, relying on these to supply food and herbs. The Rays and their fearsome warriors ruled over the convoys with an iron fist, with one exception, the Shah, who oversaw a secret fort somewhere towards the east. Indifferent, the Nebulous. Antiphytic poems held a myriad of details from the epic wars between the Uwandians and the Sky Invaders. The mysterious tribe from the clouds was responsible for bringing humans to Uwando. Humans are now considered like any other Uwandians, and the term Nebulous would only refer to a handful of destitute navigators and the last of the Deadwood ships still carried by the wind, aboard which they hoped to escape the world's affairs. Very cool lore. The Azor, governed by its eponymous caste, the Azor tribe was too dreadful to be considered a mere band of pirates. The Azor's reign was built on abduction and enslavement, a grave menace to anyone who dare enter their miry territory. Entrenched within their mud fortresses, they would only interact with other tribes through merchant ships and privateers. We had no choice, as the Azores held dominion over the Uwandian mines. And finally, the Macaw, our tribe, an advanced arboricultural society that was knowledgeable and cosmopolitan, but also fragile and riddled with conflicts. As a group of diplomats and scholars, we considered unity to be crucial, but our science also made us fierce combatants. Every decade, the Macaw would send a caravan of specially selected and trained travelers on a one-way trip to explore Uwando. We were that caravan. So, super cool stuff. Manage position. We can switch these guys around, but it looks like the right two are up here. He's got 98. Bankas. He's a protector. We've got someone with a loot. I love how they're animated and they're old school looking. Like something you'd see out of Baldur's Gate. That is awesome. We'll take a quick look at them again. Oniromancer Vrej is a big one. Then we've got Oriflant Protector, Bankas, who's got all that help. Traits: reduces hope, start combat with Cocoon 2, Pariah, and he's sturdy, suffers 25% less damage in the first rank. Yeah, he's pretty tough. And then we've got Thetho, the Rampant Teller. Good speed. Travel Song reduces movement cost for 2 for the next 10 moves. Nice. Ablaze starts the fight with unstable defense 1 in sunny weather, deals burn 2 to a random enemy. And Thanatophobic, the caravan loses hope if this caravaner falls below 75% health. Start combat with haste 1. Does mockery, which weakens. We'll look at these attacks more in the field. Lethargic Venom. And then we have Sesasako, a rampant botanist with the life spring and the carefree, which improves hope. 10 agility, quick and precise attacks, 7 intelligence, and the same attacks. And what we're carrying is the same caravan wide. We have Jimbacrite root, a twisted tentacle that looked almost like a tuber. It had a very different flavor, however. Can be traded for more useful items in shop. It's common. We have 2 herbal cures. Looks like 3 sonnets, 14 lines in a strict rhyming scheme. And 2 macerates or macerates. A sticky mix with a horrid odor, wonderful for plants. Can be used during exploration to regenerate plants. Common, and we have plenty of weight to pick more stuff up. So I'm going to save here, guys, and say thank you for joining me. I am definitely into this game, but with my style, I don't want to play it until it comes out on official release. This may be the only episode. I mean, we could really get into this. It's super cool, but as desperately as I want to play it, I just don't think I want to right now. When I first decided to do this game, I didn't even realize it was still in early access. I just saw that before making this video, and I thought, oh no, because I was getting, prepared to play quite a bit of it. But anyway, we will eventually do that. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. Feel free to come back next time and join me in another video. Would love to have you guys. If you want to help the channel in another way, you can become a member here on YouTube or patreon.com/fluent. Feel free to do that if you're interested. If not, that's cool too. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. So, can I save here? Yeah, we'll just quit. Until next time, guys, be well, live well, stay well, and much love, peace, and joy. Maybe continuing this for an episode or two more, but hope you enjoyed this first look. Ciao for now.